Good morning, all of infinity, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jeff Obafemi, Carr, also known as Rev Jeff. I'm so excited to welcome you into the opening of our service. Wherever you are in the world, we invite you in a few moments to share this broadcast with those who you know will benefit from the spiritual food that we're going to feed you today on Second Sunday. This is our Nurturing Sunday. This is when we pour into you in a powerful way. And I'm so excited that you took the time out to pour into your own spiritual growth and development right now. This is an important moment. And in spiritual ritual, we always pause to open the way. First to Spirit, divine source, the God of your acceptance and understanding. Next to the ancestors, upon whose shoulders we humbly stand. And then we invite you into the spirit of gratitude. So I ask you to pause in this moment, whatever you're doing. If you're clattering around in the kitchen, we know that you like to get your coffee ready and enjoy infinity today and participate that way. If you're driving as well, you might have some music in the background. The kids may be playing with the video games. We're going to ask that you pause all of that as we focus our energy directly into the breath, and we invite you to pause as we go to divine source. We invite you to embrace the breath. Some of you who have been in the space, you've been here when we've lit the air with frankincense or Palo Santo or even sage. If you've got your bundle at home, this is the great moment. Many times we focus in moments of distress and despair on spirit, but what about in moments of gratitude and stillness? This is a time where you light your candle. This is a time where you light your sage bundle. This is a time when you light your stick of Palo Santo, where you light your incense, where you begin to just focus. Some of you may be in the corner in front of your table that you set up for your ancestors and your folks in remembrance, but wherever you are, even if you're driving, focus on the road, but focus your energy on the breath. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, lighting the fire that is down below your navel. Exhale, breathe out any smoke that you have from that flame. That smoke can be negative. It can be full of carbon dioxide. It can make you have some problems. So guess what? We're going to inhale the divine light of flame and we're going to exhale the smoke. Inhale and exhale. Continuing to breathe just like this. Inhaling the light, inhaling the flame, inhaling the rejuvenation. Exhaling everything that you no longer need. Exhaling those nouns, the people, places, things, and ideas that no longer serve you. Centering that energy in the divine light of the God of your acceptance and understanding, we close our eyes. And we allow Spirit to remind us of how we are taken care of through the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. On the exhale, releasing all tension. Just like that. Inhale and exhale. Feeling this divine energy of peace, We invite you to bow your heads now as we are centered with breath around the world. Open your heart. Some of you may place your hands over your heart in recognition of this divine heart space of love. Focus your energy now, that flame energy, on the God of your acceptance and understanding. If that energy has a name, if it has a culture, if it has a religious path or faith, focus there, because this connection is for you. And as the fingers on the hand are individual, you are joined by those around the world communicating in the same way. Names are perceptions, but energies are knowing. And we speak now to that divine source, all wise and all knowing and all loving, omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent God. We give thanks in this moment today for the Infinity Fellowship. I give thanks for those who are under the sound of my voice. If they found it a little late and had to run it back, as they say, we're still in this time and space of gratitude and joy. Thank you for this gathering today on this beautiful second Sunday as we move through this series this month, the understanding of 7 generations of healing, that the actions that we take affect 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. But even if it just affects 1 generation forward and 1 generation back, for now we are grateful. We are grateful for the lessons that we are learning in this space called the Infinity Fellowship. I am so grateful for the people who have found this space as it has found them as we move upon this week, celebrating 10 years of the vision. And on April 16th, in that moment on West End Avenue in downtown Nashville, Tennessee, when the acceptance moment came in my spirit and the weight was lifted off our shoulders, from that moment to this moment here, broadcasting around the world nearly 10 years later, recognizing the proof in spirit and following vision, I speak that those who are seeking their purpose will find it today, that they will allow themselves to embrace the great ideas that are inside them, that they will release those things from the past that no longer serve them well in the right now. And so we recognize the goodness of this day and this moment. We embrace and we allow the good. We attract the good. We focus on the good. We speak that our energy goes across this globe to the Middle East. And we have understandings of what is happening in Israel and what is happening in Iran and what is happening in Persia and what is happening in the Arab Emirates, what is happening in the entire region there. And we know that there is conflict. We recognize what is happening in American politics here and the politics of polarization, where we are taught to immediately disagree and not find common ground. We recognize that these are but elements that represent one solitary truth, that the old is going away to make way for the new. And so we speak that this cleansing of this world and society in a powerful way, this release of hate, this release of fighting, this release of territorialism, this release of white supremacy, this release of hatred and bigotry, this release of racism, of sexism, of putting people down and controlling their minds and thoughts and bodies, that all this is the last echoes of the old way, fighting to stay alive. But we know that all things are made new and that we are agents of this change. And so we speak a blessing over ourselves as change makers and a blessing over this world as it comes into alignment with what we know all along. And that is that all things in this universe that we can perceive and do not perceive are working for our good. So it is good that we are here. It is good that we are aware. It is good that we are healthy. It is good that we are strong. It is good that we are gifted. It is good that we share our talents in this circle of life. And so we speak that something is said or shared in this service that reminds us of these facts as we work to build a brand new day. For these and other blessings that we cannot speak and utter aloud, we simply breathe in gratitude and say thank you. Inhale and exhale. We proclaim it as such, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. And so it is. Let us prepare for our pouring of libations. We want to invite you in the space, wherever you are, if you have a moment. Sometimes you like to pour a little water out yourself. Sometimes you like to pour a little coffee out or a little tea out, just to pour that libation. The libation is a pouring out. And it's important to recognize that when you pour out, whether it's in your living room, whether it's in your backyard, front porch, or on that street corner, you're recognizing those who have gone before, and that we stand on their shoulders. We call them the ancestors. We call them the angelic forces. There are so many names in ancient times that we call them, and yet we know by one energy. It's that intuition moment you get when you get ready to get in the car and something says go right instead of go left. It's that recognition and remembrance when you put on that piece of clothing and you hear your mama say, no, baby, don't step out like that. And she's been gone for a while, but you think about the things that were handed down to you. The times when people poured into you and told you that you were something when other people told you you were nothing. This is the moment of remembrance for our ancestors. And when we pour water out, it represents the living, and we pour it into the earth. That represents what happens to these earth suits when we no longer can wear them, when our spirits have grown so big that they just can't fit. Whether it happened with old age or young age, that transition from life to life after life is made easier when we recognize that energy is never created or destroyed. It only changes form. And so our ancestors are with us in this moment. And as we pour at the infinity altar, representing the fire, the water, the air, and the earth elements, we pour the water and say, cool water, freshen our spirits, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this space for spiritual work on behalf of those around the world who find it home, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors all together, Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation. Ashe. Oh, grant to us peace and prosperity. Ashe. We pour to the cardinal directions of the north, where we find our sense of being a yes today. I encourage you, be a yes today. See what God has in store for your spirit. Ashe. To the energies of the south, recognizing who we are and whose we are. That gives you confidence to stand a little straighter. Yes, Ashe. To the energies of the rising sun of the east, knowing that the sun came up today. So whatever happened yesterday is gone. Don't hold on to it. Ashe. To the energies of the west, when the sun goes down, we got the moon and the stars. There is always a light to light your path, even in the darkness. Ashe. Those are the four directions. We also turn to the ground below us, recognizing that as we root ourselves, the wind may blow us, but it is better to bend than it is to break. Ashe. To this sky above us, the landscape of our dreams, recognizing and acknowledging that we have the power, letting our minds wander. And when we allow our minds to wander, we see great things, and great things that we can bring into manifest reality. Ashe. To the space that brings it all together, and it is from this space that we pour and recognize the rest of the folks whose names we call aloud. The heart center, that space of that chakra, that wheel of motion called Anjali, that lotus energy of life, of love. May all your dreams intersect at Grand Central Station for all directions. And may your heart be as light as the feather. Ashe. We ask you in this moment to go ahead and call aloud the names of those you want to recognize in the space. You can call them in your home. You could type a name or two in the box. But for these next few pours of water, go ahead and speak their names aloud as we recognize them. And as those names continue to come in, we pour and recognize for the children in the womb, world, and yet unborn. And we say together, Ashe, 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 oh, it is done. Come on, let's generate some gratitude together. Ashe.
Well, good morning. It is time for us to generate some gratitude, okay? Good morning. Are you excited to be here today? Guess what? I am. I'm so excited that we're here together and we're going to do this together. So my question, I challenge you to tell someone next to you or type in the chat one thing, just one thing you are grateful today, right now. So go ahead and type in something that you're grateful for. It could be just waking up this morning. It could be that I'm so glad to see the sun rise again. But type in one thing that you're grateful for, okay? Because when we generate this goodness, when we generate what we're grateful for, it just takes us to another level. So we're going to sing a little bit of good morning to you together, okay? Are we ready? Good morning to you, a good morning to you, good morning. Hey, a good morning to you, a good morning to you, a good morning to you, good morning to you. And we say a da 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 da, hey, a da 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 da, a da 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 da. All right, so live streamers, we're online right now. We're typing in something that we are grateful for. We're generating this moment of excitement. We're generating this moment of gratitude. What are you grateful for? Let's sing a little bit more. A good morning to you. Hey, good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 da. I hear all my little ones singing it too, huh? Da 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 da, hey, da 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 da. All right, Tony. Let's pull up some of these moments of gratitude so we can read that off. All right. We have CR. Good morning, If. So grateful for another beautiful day of health and happiness. Come on there. I love it, love it, love it. Let's keep it going. Christina Trotter, hey sis. She says, I am grateful that I am alive and well. Yes, I'm grateful too to be alive and well. Good morning to you. We got Recycle, Reinvest, and see, you know these names. Great Rise. I am grateful for family. I'm grateful for family too. Yes. Yes, Sister Nikita Brown Thomas says, I am grateful for family and the opportunity to renew relationships. Come on now. Hey, good morning, Sister Nikita. Who else? We got Sister Courtney Williams. She says, I'm grateful for this church family. How about that? We are so grateful to see all of you all here. This moment of gratitude, this morning of good vibrations that we're speaking this loud. Let's get some more. We got Martin Turley. Hey, son. Says, good morning, If. Grateful to be in community with my If family. And we are grateful too because what? We are family together wherever we are in this world. We got Sunny Moments. Hey, Sister Lakeisha. I see your face on there so I can see it. Good morning, family. Grateful to be here today. We are so grateful to see you. And little Nandi, we're grateful for her life and her being here. Sister Thea N. Jones, come on, Sister Thea. She says, I'm grateful for an able body and my creative community. We love having a creative community for all my creatives, huh? Hey, 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 hey. We'll read one more. And so here we go. Sagashai 45. Lee Hemp Farm. Okay, good morning to you. Iris here, and I'm grateful. Hi, Sister Iris. Thank you. Iris here, and I'm grateful for planting seeds this glorious morning. Guess what? Last week, you'd be proud of us. We had the youth planting seeds last week. So good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. So I think it's time for the welcome. Woo! All right, so if you are a first-time visitor, please type first time in our comments section and we will respond with spirit fingers. I need all the family to go ahead and put the spirit fingers up. Thumbs up, muscle arms, and power fist to you, along with tons of floating hearts, because it's so awesome that you are here with us this morning and you chose to tune in and be with us on this journey, this spiritual journey that we're going to have this wonderful morning. So what we want you to say is, my name is fill in the blank. In this sacred space I go by. Yes, and at this point in the service, we say hello to our first-time visitors. And we welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship, where people make the quantum leap from simple religious doctrine into expansive and responsible spirituality. Again, people are making that simple leap from religious doctrine and expansive and responsible for spirituality. So here we are to all of our first-time visitors. If this is your first time, this may be the first time that you're experiencing infinity. We think it's so awesome, but we want to let you know that we truly see, this is the key, the real you, okay? You're the true, authentic self. And at Infinity, we don't see or feel you today as a human being who joined in to have a spiritual experience. It is the other way around. Guess what? You are a spiritual being who is living a human experience like the rest of us. And so we hold up our hands in direction for you. So everyone around the world, we're holding up our hands to the screen. And if this is your first time, you're standing there, you're holding your hands to the screen. We give it to you with enthusiasm and sincerity you deserve. So I want you to repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You are more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You are right here in front of me, where I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you are not alone. I'm with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You are in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You are here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. I know the real you, and I see you shining today. So welcome home. Welcome to infinity. Ashayo! All right. Now, I'm not as good as Rev, but I can get a little dance on. Hey, hey, hey. So wherever you are, come on, stand up on your feet and break it down, huh? And break it, and break it down. See, yeah, I don't have it. I got to do a little old school because I got that a little bit. Y'all, I got on some heels, so I can't break it all the way down. Hey, hey. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. All right, y'all, it's time. It's this moment in our service where we really get excited. It's that period of giving. And I hear you all around, ready. We're ready, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready to give, we're ready to give. It's our time. So as we take our time for us to carry that energy into this sacred moment of action where we affirm the powerful frequency of giving in this space, you may give through Cash App, PayPal, or here in person in the action basket down in front. And this is, well, every first Sunday we're together and we're able to give in that way. But you'll definitely be able to give through Cash App and PayPal. And this is a tremendous moment for us because what we're doing is we are planting seeds in our life. Through this moment of giving, we're showing the universe, we're showing God how much we are grateful for the things that have happened in our life. And when we plant those seeds, guess what? We get harvest. So at this point, we got tithers, we got givers, but you are getting yourself motivated. You're putting yourself in that frequency for things, all things are working out for me. And I'm planting my seeds because I want to receive my harvest, okay? So we just thank you so much for partnering with the Infinity Fellowship today around the world. And we acknowledge the power in giving back to this space where so many of us receive our spiritual food. So if you want to, at this moment, we're going to put up our affirmatory affirmation on the screen. And we're going to go ahead and affirm this thing. We're going to energize our giving. We're going to get ourselves ready. We're getting our minds ready. We're getting our thoughts ready. We are opening our hearts and our arms wide open to receive all the good. So let's say this powerful offertory affirmation together. Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference, and so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Repeat after me, everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. I got it good. Don't forget to look on your screen. You see all those types of ways of giving. So as you're giving and we're putting that intention into it, we got a little song. Hey, everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Sing with me. Everything is good. Yes, it is, y'all. Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. Woo, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Come on, we're singing it together. Wow, we know everything is good. Not some things. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Yes, we're putting that intention in. Come on. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Oh, I said everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. And I've got it. Woo! I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Come on and put your hand on your heart. Say it to yourself. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, I've got it good. Speak it again. I've got it. Yes, you do. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Yes, you've got it so good. Yeah.
Woo! Thank you, Mama. Oh, we send a shout out today. Wham. What a great day. What a day of giving. I get to go back and read Lady Kenitha. I am sending you a shout out into the universe for holding it down. Isn't it great? We need to get you up in here, Minister Carr. We need to get you back up in the space today. Y'all, I want to thank Lady Kenitha, and I'll let y'all in on, we do live. This is live, so it's a wonderful opportunity, and we thank all of you for giving. We thank all of you for sharing gratitude. I was hearing the gratitude in the office. I had a wonderful opportunity to do something that only technology could afford. I was able to be in two places at the same time. The memorial service for local legend, Brother William F. Sizwe Herring, is being held right now at the Metropolitan Interdenominational Church. And we're so grateful for them and their great senior servant, the Reverend Edwin Sanders, for inviting me to say a word about Sizwe during their live service. So I was able to do that and to send that energy out. Those of you who've been coming to Infinity a long time, you remember Brother Sizwe used to come here. He was a dual member, so to speak. He was at Metropolitan and then come on over here and hang out in Infinity with us. We're just grateful that his spirit has been transitioned to that land of the ancestors, and people are loving on him. So to the Metro family who might tune in afterwards, we love you too. And Brother Sizwe Herring, to you and your family, we are grateful, and we are grateful that this space exists as a space of love. Listen, we want to get you a brief announcements here and there. This is the year of divine reciprocity, 2024. One definition of reciprocity is the equal exchange or interchange. The law of attraction teaches us that what we put into the universe is attracted to us. So we are excited to invite you to empower yourself continually by speaking aloud our daily mantra for the year. And you see it on the slide. I am that I am. I give, I get, I've got it good. Let's say that together wherever you are. I am that I am. I give, I get, I've got it good. Yes, indeed. Sunday gatherings continue on First Sunday in person. And we're excited to share that with you, First Sunday in person, because First Sunday means that we get to gather together and have a great time. And when you see it on the screen there, oh, Lady Kenitha's singing there, but this last Sunday, y'all know, man, was packed in here, standing room only. Monthly gatherings are on fleetitude. So make sure you set your calendar the first Sunday of the month to show up in person if you're able. We had people from Mississippi here. We had people from Georgia and Atlanta here. We had people from all over. It's a great opportunity to come hang out in the Ville and see us. And we're virtual on the rest of the Sundays, including today, next Sunday, and our fourth Sunday, which is always Yoga Sunday. Next week is If Teaches Sunday. And next week is going to be awesome. You'll see our April Sundays on the left there. But with our next Sunday series, we're going to be taking it to If Teaches in a powerful way. We're going to be talking about oil and water. the test of alignment. Oil and water, the test of alignment. If you're on, y'all better retweet this, the infinite streamers. I want to hear y'all say in the box, I want to see y'all say, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Type it in, I'm ready for it, because we're going to talk about this as we are delving deeper into our 7 Generations series. That's what we're doing. We're going forward. We want to send a shout out of congratulations officially. We've done it, of course, but we want to say that we are grateful for the Caldwell family, the new cornerstone, Sister Brianna, Brother Denzel. We had the opportunity, Lady Kanitha, to put them together on the 30th, downtown Nashville, in a nice swank environment with the theme Sankofa. What a beautiful bride, what a beautiful groom, what a beautiful party, what a beautiful celebration of marrying these two families, and we got to literally tie the knot. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that in the message today, but shout out Brianna, shout out Denzel, we're glad to have you. Well, you know it's that time. I'm going to bring up the leading lady because it is time for Standing Ovation. Yes. All right. We hope you've been putting in the standing ovations into the jot form so that we can get you covered today. We want to make sure that we get you in the house.
Yes.
Today is April the 14th, isn't it? Yes, man, we are getting so many standing ovations. We want to make sure that we got everybody in the house today. So listen, standing ovations, what do we do, Mama?
So what's going to happen right now, go ahead and type it in. If you've got it on for jot form, we are receiving those. And so at this moment, we're going to share these messages. And when you hear your name called, guess what you get to do from wherever you are. If you're able to, go ahead and stand when your name is called.
Yes.
And then we're going to read all of these. But at the very end, here's the really fun part, is that we get to celebrate and affirm all of this with a standing ovation.
Yes,
Okay?
so go ahead and do that. And again, you might have a couple of minutes before it populates everything. I think it's probably been in the box already, your standing ovation form earlier in the service. So we want to make sure that you had a chance to click on that link, and we'll go from there. We'll get it going. And if we don't get you today, we'll definitely get you next Sunday. Like Gil Scott-Heron said, if it don't catch you in the wash, Lord knows it'll get you in the rinse. Wow. So we get you in the rinse cycle if we don't get you in the wash cycle. Let's go to our standing ovations for today. Our first standing ovation, and Tone, we can clear the frame because we want to be able to celebrate with folks and go ahead and clear them of the opportunity there. All right, our first standing ovation goes to Candace Robinson. Candace Robinson is reporting her manifestation as such. I have secured a contract with a Texas-based ed tech company this week. Oh my goodness. The company's mission is to improve the mental health of Black and brown children, enhancing self-esteem through gaming and social-emotional learning. Trusting the Creator and making a difference in the lives of others is so rewarding, and I'm eternally grateful to have my talents used in this way.
Secure on my contract. Yes.
I love it.
Harvest.
Yes, we got standing ovation from Tony and Signares back in the back, y'all. Last Thursday, I was paid extra for an upcoming project. It was a great experience and connected me with a few producers for multiple future opportunities. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. If somebody is new to the chat, let me look in the chat to see if there's anybody I may have missed who didn't get to the form. And okay, great. I see it all. I see all of the love coming in. All right. Do we have anything else, Mama, that we have that we want to highlight?
I was trying to think, but I think that's
yes, I think, yes. We're still in between on track season.
Yes.
Daniel had an awesome birthday.
I know.
Yes, we got
getting ready for graduation.
Getting ready for graduation. Everybody out there is getting ready for graduation season. So we're
we'll have a
excited.
lot of that.
Also, make sure you let us know if you have a graduation going on from somebody with Infinity we can celebrate.
Yes.
Then please, by all means, let us know because we're going to have a special graduation, something for them
Yes.
next month, as we always do. All
Yes.
right, Mom, what do we do?
All right, so if you shared, you get this special part where you get to have several seats, okay? While the rest of us around the world, we're going to stand to our feet and give a thunderous standing ovation, okay? Here we go. Woo! Yes. Woo.
As we begin to get our minds in order for the word, for the essence, for the energy that we have today, I'm going to call our attention to today's meditation. Today's meditation comes from the great Louise L. Hay, who reminds us of the following. I really want y'all to think about this today because we're going to be talking about some powerful concepts. Louise Hay says, the more we love ourselves, the less we project our pain onto the world. When we stop judging ourselves, we naturally judge others less. When we stop attacking ourselves, we don't attack others. When we stop rejecting ourselves, we stop accusing others of hurting us. When we start loving ourselves more, we become happier, less defensive, and more open. As we love ourselves, we naturally love others more. Self-love is the greatest gift because what you give yourself is experienced by others. Take a breath and inhale that for a couple of more seconds. Today, I want to allow Spirit to speak to us and through us around a very specific topic. We've been talking about this concept of the 7 generations. And if you remember last week, we pulled out Newton's cradle and we talked about what you put into the world and how it comes back to you. But not only that, but what you put into the world going forward has reverberations to the spaces going backward as well. That's the concept of 7 generations. And this month is all about healing in these 7 generations. The message today is about how do we heal ourselves? How do we see ourselves in the context of a full circle, 360 degrees, the circle of life. I talk a lot about degrees here at Infinity, and the reason why I talk about degrees is not because I have a ton of degrees in a number of ways. There are some that I have. Degrees are an acknowledgement of accomplishing something. You are given something that's a degree. Some people will be getting their high school diploma or their high school degree soon. Some people will be achieving their bachelor's degree or their master's degree. Some people will be achieving their doctorate degree, whether it is an EDD, whether it is a PhD, or in some cases an honorary OPP. It does not matter what your degree is. But you are granted a degree as an acknowledgement of something that is accomplished. Some of you in Masonic orders are striving to get your first or your second or your third degree of mastery. Some of you are getting your 33rd and your honorary as mastery. Some of you have moved into the original system of being able to get your 90th or your 180th or 270th and the rare acknowledgement, 360 degrees. I think about my teacher, Yosef Ben Yakinen, and he being a 360 degree master of the craft in the West. acknowledged by those in the East, the true crossing of burning sands that has become something that has found its way through all cultures, especially initiation from the military to what we call now the Divine Nine, Greek letter organization, this concept of initiation and degrees. And the reason why things operate in degrees, y'all, is because degrees are about gradualism, gradual study and learning things on one level before you go to the next. Somebody in the chat box need to tell me I'm ready for the next level. If you're in there, Infinite Stream, say I'm ready for the next level. But the wonderful thing about degrees is degrees don't operate in extremes. Degrees don't operate in extremes. The reason why I say this is it's important as I warm this up. There's a song that I think about when we think about change. And y'all remember that song? It was a wonderful, everything must change. Y'all remember that? Nothing stays the same. Everything must change. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. Y'all remember that one? The young become the old. Mysteries do unfold. That's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life I can be sure of, except that rain comes, come the clouds, and the sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. That thing right there tells you everything. Everything was changed. We don't like change. We don't know change, but change always happens. And we are always in the changes of 360 degrees of life. We enter into the world. Birth is the first emergence. The second emergence that comes is initiation. Initiation happens in rites of passage at that tender age when you are becoming a man or a woman from being a girl or a boy, when you are moving from the space of youth through adolescence into adulthood. The next major transition that happens is when you make a commitment. The marriage wish rule, whether that is commitment to yourself or to a community or to live a life with somebody else to be committed. And then that final one, in the West, we call it death, but the reality is not death, it's transition. 90 degrees at each stage, that pure right angle of awakening, that going from a dead level to a living perpendicular, as we talked about last month. But all of it amounts to four corners, four quadrants. 90, 180, 270 to 360, the cycle that comes back again. 360 degrees, the circle of life. I'm in a singing mood today, Lady Kenitha. You held it down for me first part of the service. I'm in a singing mood. You know, somebody say, yeah, circle of life. Somebody in that box type, circle of life. I'm here for it. Type that out. Let us read that. Let the people hear that. Share that button, because right now we're getting ready to give you some practical tools. I'm going to talk you through these four stages of life, and I'm telling you I'm going to talk you through it with power so you have a deep understanding of how this infects, effects, and affects the behavior that you can take forward 7 generations and backwards 7 generations. Everybody ready for some healing? Yes. If you're in the box, say, I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to heal. Matter of fact, we ain't going to be ready anymore. Somebody out there in the infinite nation says, I am healed. Take a deep breath here. Exhale and release. And I want you to focus on these four quadrants. I love that there is a synchronicity with the tradition of the sweat lodge. And we pour and we come to this campus here at Infinity, and we go to the back property on these 5 acres, and we sit there in that meditative space, and we travel the Lakota medicine wheel in rounds. We travel through the north, through the east, through the south, and through the west, and we travel through the colors of these stages, through the whiteness, through the yellowness, through the redness, through the blackness of this divine circle, these same quadrants. There's something about this circle. Something about that circle, Jesus. It is the sweetest circle I know. I'm going to change up some lyrics as the Spirit speaks to me. But I want to go back to you being a baby. Because you know why I like you being a baby? When you were a baby, you had everything you needed. Most of the time, somebody was taking care of you, but I'm talking about if you're emerging in this world and you're able to hear me, if you're able to see me, that's a bonus. If you're able to feel me, or if you're able to read some typing in the characters that are under the screen at times, if you're able to hear the translation matrix that many online services give you for the hearing impaired, then that means that you went through the birth canal of your mother and emerged into this world with most of your senses intact. That's a moment to shout right now, that you are able to listen to me now, that you're able to see me on this screen right now, that you're able to share this message with somebody that you love right now, that you're willing to release things right now. When you were a baby, you came through here perfect and understanding who you were. You came here from divine source on a mission, and many people miss the opportunity to be born. But not only were you were born with a purpose. And I know many of you forgot it. I know many of you might be feeling as if you don't know what your purpose is and why all of these things happen to you. But you got to go back to the symbolism of being a baby. The first point that I'm giving you from this baby quadrant. Slide. There we are. The first point that I'm giving you is, as babies, we are miracles of creation. And as babies are miracles of creation, you are a miracle of manifestation. As babies are miracles of creation, you are a miracle of manifestation. I'm going to give you this opportunity here because as you are coming to this opportunity, I want you to recognize something. Every confluence of scientific and biological crossroad that has to happen in order for you just to be here. It's too numerous for us to even go into. But we know that it's a miracle. That life is a miracle, and there are more people on this earth that have not been born, that could potentially have been born than there are that have. And you have been born. You're one of them. Hey, how you doing, baby? Nice to meet you in this first quadrant of 90 degrees of awakening. And this awakening is teaching you that you are a miracle of creation. But because now you're grown, now you don't have to worry about the adults not understanding you. How do we use this in healing in this generation going forward? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to tell you that you are a miracle of manifestation. And because of that, you need to start acting like it. I just had to pause because the Spirit is bringing this in. This may sound like it's harsh, but those of you who know Rev, you know I love you. That's a fact you cannot change. I am going to tell you this with all the love in my heart. It's time to stop lying to your babies. No more lying to the babies. Somebody's out there, I don't lie to my babies. If you look your babies in the eye and tell them they can be anything they want to be, and you're not being everything you want to be, then you're lying to them. Don't tell your children. Those of you who are teachers, they can feel the inaccuracy in what you're saying, the lack of authenticity. Don't look into a child's eyes and tell them that they can be great if you don't believe that you're great yourself. If you don't recognize that you came here to master this manifestation. It is when you are walking in your divine purpose that you can then show through demonstration how others have permission to walk through theirs. It's time for you to be honest with them. And I know it's hard. It's time for you to be honest for this generation to heal the next generation and pass. How many recognize those moments when parents suffered? I'm telling you what happened to me. Y'all have heard me talk over years. If you were here many years ago, you heard me tell the story of when I was a young artist. What I would do is I would go and work at the Starbucks on Hillsborough Road. And there were times when I would drop my oldest daughter off at Hillsborough High School, where I had gone to school before I got expelled, and got my degrees and turned my life around and made myself everything that I'm supposed to be as a result of the lesson that I learned, gratefully, because many of the others did not make it. But I would drop off and I would drive and I would sit at a specific table that was near the side door of the Starbucks. The reason why is because that Starbucks many years before used to be Royal Cleaners. And that door was the side door that I had to enter into to get access to my own mother, who would be there 12 hours a day slaving in an apron, pressing clothes so that she could put together money with my father to pay for our band uniforms and our trips. And the reason why I worked there is because even when I was feeling down and low, sitting at that table and remembering coming to that side door asking for $5 so that I could get something for choir practice, coming through that door and remembering what my mother's sweat-covered body looked like, and remembering that she never had a bad attitude toward me in those moments. But she asked me what I need, gave me the gratitude that I needed to recognize that I was standing on the shoulders of not only of those who came before me, but of people who had sacrificed life and limb to make sure that I could take it to the next level. So what do I look like being mediocre? What do you look like being mediocre? Who sacrificed for you? Who made it so that you had a way out of no way? Who made it so that you didn't have to struggle as much as the previous generation? We owe it to them going forward to recognize that we are miracles of manifestation. It's time for you to open that space. That is now your 90th degree awakening in the stage of the baby. Now, the next stage that comes up is the stage of initiation. Initiation is when we have that understanding of who we are. The questions are answered through the red tent ceremonies and the emergence into the woods and the rites of passage at teenage years, all of these things. And that second part is to remember that youthful dreams fuel expert reality. Youthful dreams fuel expert reality. Write it down if you need to. Take a picture of the screen if you need to. Because what you have an understanding of is that just as it goes with young people who go through a rites of passage, and if you know what a rites of passage, you know what it is. There are times when people in other communities go through a bat mitzvah. Or there are times when people in other communities go through an official rites of passage where the men take the young men out into the woods and take them through rituals of life and learning, and the women take the young women out and teach them how to know how to work through their body and the changes that they are experiencing and what to look for in life. These are natural rituals. And as it goes with communities that have rites of passage, those rites of passage teach the ropes of life. Well, guess what? We are in an opportunity now where many of us, have gotten estranged, deliberately, I might add, from our rites of passage. That's why we work on things here at Infinity to put those things in place again, because it's important. Because without a rites of passage, we end up using life lessons that we learn through relationships as rites of passage. What does that mean? That means that we learn to get what we need by being with a whole lot of what we don't need. Somebody in the chat, been there, done that. Give me a been there, done that. So you've been with somebody, you thought it was good, and you end up ragging in. You got through with it. You got through being scarred. You got through being traumatized. And you said, I'll never do that again. And after about 4 or 5 of them, you finally end up, if you're fortunate, to be in a situation that makes you happy. You got to also commit to breaking that cycle, because if not, you'll end up, when the nice people come and the good people come, you'll treat them as if they traumatized you like the people before you. Yes. That's why your youthful dreams fuel an expert reality, because you've got to be able to return to understanding what it was like to dream as a young person. Because when you have a youthful dream, of possibility. You ask young people what they want to be. They don't say, well, I want to be a sales clerk on the corner, or I want to be somebody who walks the street and asks people for 50 cents all day. They don't say things like that. They say, I want to be an astronaut. I want to dive, but I want to be president. I want to be the king of the world. All of that. And I'm saying that still exists inside you because these quadrants are cumulative. That means that each part is a sum total. The whole is a sum total of each one of the parts. And we just keep moving through. So what you have to learn to do is embrace your purpose through trial and error. Look back at the bad things that happened to you that were bad, turn them into a lesson that is learned, and then they are no longer bad, but they are working toward your good. Lose the fear of failing. I am one of the fortunate young people who tied a sheet around my neck and jumped off the porch thinking I could fly and did not break my leg. Now, I scraped my knee, I scraped my elbow, I hurt my ego, had a pounding in my chest. But there were many others who broke a leg or sprained a wrist believing they could fly. That's the power of belief, that a young person will take a leap. And I'm telling you to be smart, but at the same time, don't climb on a roof and think that you're going to fly because physiologically you don't have those wings like a bird. But guess what? If you can embrace the youthful optimism that you once had, that you gave away to somebody who burned it out of you, that you can reclaim in this moment, then I guarantee you that youthful optimism will fuel your purpose. Dream big and stop thinking small. You were not made to think small. Somebody type in that box, no small thinking for me. No small thinking for me. No small thinking for me. I'm going to take you because that's 180 degrees. You're halfway through the circle. Let's turn the corner another 90 degrees into the third transition, because that third transition is about commitment and understanding that commitment brings clarity and continuity. Commitment brings clarity and continuity. Take a deep breath on that right there. Commitment brings clarity and continuity. Inhale and exhale. A lot of people, we see the hearts, we immediately think about the rituals. Again, when we get to the rituals, we talk about the ritual of birth. We talk about the ritual of initiation. We talk about the ritual of marriage. I saw a wonderful slide. I had an opportunity to participate, had an opportunity to put two people together. Commitment is also to your dreams. It's also to building family however you find family. Sometimes family is blood. Sometimes family is people who've been through the mud. Family is that which aligns to you in a loyal space of supporting you in your dreams. You don't have to be committed to people who are just in your DNA, especially if those in your DNA continue to tear you down, rip you apart, and push you to the outskirts. This is where healing takes place, because this is the clarity. There's a lot of conversation happening today in the last few days about Brother Orenthal James Simpson, and people want to talk about his old days and how the hope was there. And they talk about the Simpson trial and the following of the white Bronco. Where were you when the white Bronco broke into the NBA game? And what happened when the verdict happened that broke America apart? And some people have been marginalized and taken advantage by, but the LAPD broke into celebration, and other people were angry. And it's not up to us at this point to share our perspective of the world in a way that's going to be divisive, because one thing that we do know, that truth and justice always finds its level. But one thing that came out of that famous trial that we've been placing into pop culture is particularly apropos in this moment. If it don't fit, you must acquit. And we remember the great Johnny Cochran saying that, but guess what? If it don't fit, you must acquit yourself. If something no longer fits you, you got to drop it and leave it alone. Does it fit you to keep criticizing yourself? Does it fit you to fill your mind space with what you cannot do? Does it fit you to walk through the world nervous, playing small, and thinking that you don't deserve to be at the table? But then when it's all over, you kick yourself in the head for not speaking up, for not stepping out, for not doing. Is it working? If it don't fit, you need to quit. You need to actually quit. You need to drop it and let it go. Because if it is not bringing you life, if it is not bringing you love and power, then you can release it right now. Take a deep breath and release it. And just like commitment of rings and the coming together of 360 degrees that people put on their fingers when they are marrying someone, they are moving into a space not just of physical love. We know it's much bigger than physical love. Those of us who have committed to a family, even if it's a single family and you are not single because you have a community who is around you, even if it's a space of being single without necessarily being lonely, but being okay with the life that you want to live and being the cool auntie or uncle or brother in the neighborhood. All of that is commitment. That cycle and circle of commitment, y'all, means that you're going to be in a place where if something falters, somebody's going to lift you up. And you may have to do the same. Commitment is saying, I ain't going nowhere. Even if we are going through phases where we are different things at different times, just like in marriage and relationships, you are sometimes lovers, sometimes friends, sometimes co-parent, sometimes roommate, sometimes somebody get your back, sometimes the corner tag team, sometimes good cop, bad cop. It's like that in every committed relationship you are in. Choose to commit, though, so that you can link for strength. Because the commitment gives you the clarity that you need to know that somebody's got your back. 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. Let's come. When we got all three of those together, there's only one other place to go. And when I hear the song that comes up in my mind is this the end? Is this the end? I used to sing that full voice. And I got the answer to it. No. Because when you come to the end of your journey, that's some gospel song. When you come to the end of your journey, weary of life and the battle is won. Oh my gosh, my mama used to say that. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You think that that's the end of it. When you master those three quadrants, no, you get the blessing of going into the fourth quadrant. And that fourth quadrant is not death, but that fourth quadrant is transition, where your spirit leaves this body, where your spirit leaves this earth suit, and you are gone to another generation, where you have gone to the space of understanding. Transition brings transformation. Transition brings transformation. Just like your body is transformed. It's transformed to fauna and flora and everything that is needed in this atmosphere and universe for it to complete its 360-degree cycle of life. I tell you what, you are constantly going through transitions, and I'll allow yourself and myself to use death as a word so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Because stuff dies. Anything logical, biological, is going to have a period where it's going to die. Buildings ain't going to last forever. Your car, as much as you take care of it, it ain't going to last forever. The system of money and the pursuit of wealth as the only judgment of what makes you successful and good is not going to last forever. All things go through the change. Everything must die in order to be born again. The phoenix, as beautiful as it is, the Bennu bird, eventually reaches the ends of its cycle as it buries its eggs and covers it, and then is consumed in the flame only to be born again. There's some things when we talk about transition and we see death as transition, we see it as a moment of transformation. What do you need to transform from? Did you lose a job this week? Did somebody close a door on you And you thought that that opportunity, somebody's got that. You thought that opportunity was something that you really wanted and you wanted needed. And they slammed the door so hard in your face that you thought your nose was going to be broke. And you went home and you put your head down. And you said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? But when you're operating from all of these quadrants and you recognize that you're born in this world with a purpose, that you have been initiated into the higher spaces of greatness, that you are now in a commitment to your divine purpose, then that door being slammed was the universe saying to you, you ain't supposed to be in there. I got something better for you if you dare walk down the hall with me. You thought you hung on to a relationship because you weren't worth anything better. Transition. You aren't the same as you were last year. Transition. You came in today with a preconceived notion. Some of you might be new to this fellowship. You came in, like people have been talking about it. Everybody said it make you feel good. I don't know about all of that. And you are feeling it. You are seeing the gratitude. You are feeling this welcoming space. And those of you who transitioned from the infinite life stream to being with us in person, you said it can't possibly feel as good in person. And then you got here and saw that it was, because that's the energy that's going to flow from this space. It's proof that it's time to transition. Because the only thing that transitioning does is allow you to get back into another cycle. 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. A cycle. Isn't it exciting? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it exciting to be alive right now? Isn't it exciting to be you? Ain't it great? And I'm talking about through all the pain, through all the struggle. Ain't it exciting to be you? Isn't it exciting for you to have an idea that is so brilliant that you can't even articulate it to anybody else? Isn't it so beautiful to have a dream so vivid that when you close your eyes, you see it inscribed on the inside of the darkness of your eyelids, and it's all you can do to not explode into the woods to try to detail it? Isn't it so exciting to have so many things going on in your spirit that you don't know how you can contain it? But that's what the focus is for. And as there are so many fluids and so many tendons and so much muscle and fiber and sinew working in a baby's life in the womb, when that focus comes after the period of 9 months, that baby looks through that singular canal and emerges into the world. Just like with a group of people, each one comes to kneel for initiation, to go into the manhood and womanhood stage by themselves. It's a solitary journey. Just like there is a commitment individually made in the heart at the space of a committal ceremony and moment where each two decide to come together. And just like when it's all said and done, you got to go to the lonesome valley. You got to go there by yourself. But as the writing says in Thanatopsis, you don't go like the weary slave at night. You go bold, you embrace it, because you left it all on the table. Listen, as I close today, I want to remind you that you want to live this life in a way that you left it all on the table. Because you never know if you're going to get the benefit of seeing the sunset today. Those of you who have seen, this week has been full of stories on the news and people in our personal lives who have made a transition out of nowhere. It shocked and surprised us. I guarantee you, when it happened for them, they were not sure. Because no one knows the day or the hour. But one thing that we do know is that you have this moment right now. That you have now a knowledge and an understanding that the actions that you take heal a generation, 7 in the future and 7 in the past. So now it's time for you to get on board with that healing yourself. And the only way you can do it, you've got to go there by yourself. Nobody else can go there for you. By stepping into this circle, by stepping into this awareness of 360 degrees, you make the commitment that begins the magic of healing yourself and healing others. For when you love yourself, you love others. When you believe in yourself, others can believe in you. When you give yourself permission to shine, others feel that same ability to have permission. This is the moment that we embrace, that we step into this circle of life. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe. 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 Oh. Somebody in that chat say, I am ready for this life. I am ready for this life. I am ready. As I see each and every one of you in the chat, I am so grateful for you. I send a prayer out for those who are in the space today. I send you, Sister Shirley. I send that energy to you as I see us in this space. Ask everybody to just close your eyes and go into your space of prayer, your posture of prayer. Take a deep breath. And Shirley, I see in the chat that that your brother who is in hospice always says nothing and no one leaves here alive. I got you. Listen, I'm speaking prayer over your brother right now. We're sending the love of Infinity Fellowship into the space right now. We're sending affirmation that his spirit will be exactly where it desires to be. And to those who have experienced a loss in this moment, who have experienced the gain of transition, for those who are left behind, that we embrace the understanding that the doorway of death is not the end, but new beginning. For those of you who are out there, for those of us who are out here dealing with things that have been dying inside of us, we release it and open this door to transition. We open this door to change. We embrace the light of love and living in this moment. We speak energy over each and every one of us who is now aware of our commitment to move 7 generations in the future, 7 generations in the past. Take a deep breath here. Exhale and let it go. Place your hands over your heart. Repeat out loud if you're able with me. If you're driving along, just stick your hand out the window. Say this to the universe. I allow myself to change. I embrace my change. I am reborn into excellence. No more fear. I am initiated into goodness. No more shame. I commit to an open heart and mind. No more lack. I embrace change. No more doubt. 360 degrees for me. I am here for it. And so it is. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Rub your hands together. On the count of 3, just send some energy out into the world. You're full now. We're going to send this in a circle all around us. Those of you who watch with your families, you know it's there. We see you, we feel you, we know it's there. 1, 2, 3. That's the light of love. Nothing's too impossible. Nothing's too incredible. Nothing is impossible for God. Nothing is impossible with God. God will give you the desires of your heart. I know this to be true. I know God will do the same for you. Nothing is impossible for the one who gave you dreams. You can see a mountain move away, nothing as it seems. Inhale and exhale. Nothing's too impossible for God. Y'all get a universal round of applause wherever you are. Look, I see y'all. I see you, Jasmine. I see you, Stacy. Miss you, Stacy. Love you. See you, Martin, man. Everybody in here. I wish I could shout you all out. I know Sister Kenitha shouted you all out a little bit earlier. And we're grateful that you all got shouted out. We're grateful that we are in the place today. We know we love it. Listen, I want you to do a couple of things before we close this out. I want you to share this service with somebody who needs to hear it. I want you to dive deep into this series. Y'all know, if you haven't realized it yet, when you show up this month, bring your notebook with you. Bring your journal with you. There's work that we get to do, and we delightfully get to do it all during the week because it's a wonderful opportunity for us to heal ourselves, this generation and generations before us. The work is here, and we're here for it. If you're there in that chat box and for the live streamers, just say, I'm here for it. I just want you to see, just say, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And here's what we do, because I'm going to do this early as we close our service today. Here's what we're going to do for you. I'm going to say, whoever you are, pick somebody you don't know in the chat box today and just at them and tell them they're awesome. And tell them you're glad to see they're here for change. Speak something at them and send a blessing to them. Pick somebody you never blessed before and bless a random stranger, because that's how we pass this healing along. So it's spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Giving thanks to the tech crew, giving thanks to Daniel, giving thanks to Tony, who's in there, to all our Infinite Life streamers, to Lady Kenitha for getting us in there and keeping us right, for our Metropolitan Interdenominational Church family, and everybody who joins us here. We love you. Elisha Faye, we love you too. Everybody, we're here for you. Let's do it, Daniel. Oh, I see. I'm ready for it. I see y'all in the chat. Chat is blowing up. That's how I know you're ready for it. We're ready for it too. Tiffany, Destiny, all of y'all. Look, man, as all of our hearts and minds are now clear, and as we move from this place into a world that awaits our light, as we join hands around the world, as we join voices, as we join hearts, we recognize that the infinite energy of light that emanates from all of us brings us energy for new light and new abundance. And as we raise our voices together, we tune our voices to the frequency of divine love. This is the peace, the love, and the joy that we embrace right now. Sing along with us, if you will. The words are on the screen. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me. God's reminding me speak that the love of God, the power of the ancestors and the cosmos rest, rule, rock, and abide with us all, henceforth, now, and forevermore. Let us all sing together the words of wisdom. Amen, amen, hotep shalom, namaste, ashe. As we get ready to get out of here, listen, I want you to make sure that you love somebody, love on somebody in the chat box. I had one more squeeze in standing ovation. Happy birthday, Christy Sharp, to my son who turned 18 on April 10th. We're so blessed to have you in our life. Excited to celebrate your high school graduation in June. And happy birthday to Christy Sharp, turned 41 on April 15th. I am so grateful to see another year. My meditation is to see a year of growth and learning while loving on me. Full circle, baby. This is Rev Jeff for Lady Kenitha and everybody at Infinity Fellowship. We love you. That's a fact you cannot change. We'll see you next week. Tell somebody we love you. Mwah.